Hi, Timothy. As of this recording, you're 10 years old, almost 11. You've learned a lot in these 10 years, and you'll learn so much more in the next 10 about math and science and reading, but also about history, about others, about yourself and how you fit into the world around you. I know this because I was 10 once, and now I am 20, and I want to share some of the things that I've learned with you. Who are you? I want you to think about this question as I answer for myself. I am Julia Mei Wenzhu. I have my beliefs, my ambitions, my hobbies, my anxiety, my relationships, my dreams. But you can't see those things. The easiest thing that you can tell about me is that I'm Asian. And because I am Asian, it becomes easy to assume that I am smart, motivated, and ambitious. But why? There's a persistent stereotype in the United States that Asians are high-achieving, dedicated, and academically successful, so much so that it has become a pillar of Asian American identity. And this seems like a positive stereotype, right? One that many Asian Americans have come to take pride in. Think about our community. All those kids, including you and me, who strive for a honor roll, who take violin lessons on Thursday and piano lessons on Saturday, who have entire textbooks of summer homework so that they are prepared for the next year, because that's what Asians do. These behaviors have a bi-directional effect on the strength of such stereotypes, but I'm not saying that they are inherently negative. It's wonderful that we are often supported by parents who want to see us become well-rounded, successful individuals. However, the internalization of such stereotypes holds implications for the mental health, perceived self-worth, and familial relationships of many Asian Americans, me included. But before we get too far ahead, let's start with some numbers. By glancing at census data, it becomes clear why the Asian American stereotype has developed. In 2019, the Pew Research Center found that Asians are less likely than Americans overall to live in poverty, 10% compared to the national average of 13%. The median annual household income of Asians was $85,800, compared with $61,800 among all U.S. households. Those are clear signs of success, right? However, these overall figures hide differences among Asian origin groups. For example, households headed by Burmese Americans had significantly lower incomes than Asian Americans overall, at $44,400 per year. Poverty rates differ widely as well. But even though this stereotypical smart, nerdy, successful Asian is based on incomplete statistical analysis, stereotypes are pushed throughout culture and media. See the Asian nerds in Mean Girls, or Lawrence from School of Rock, the band's nerdy and uncool keyboardist.
I don't think I should be in the band.
Why not?
I'm not cool enough. People in bands are cool. I'm not cool.
At the same time, schools have often positioned Asian Americans as model minorities, whose academic success is used to argue that U.S. schools are meritocratic and to blame other students of color for their own academic challenges. The cultural concept of Asian American identity is not a compliment about our work ethic or intelligence, nor is it a harmless stereotype. It is a tool used to drive our community apart and to create a sense of superiority in one group in order to put another down. And on an individual level, the acceptance and internalization of this culturally constructed identity has negative consequences on mental health and self-esteem. This is my story. I was always a good student. I was ambitious, hardworking, and very proud of my intelligence, which became a central part of my identity. It's almost comical. In elementary school, I wanted to be a math professor at Harvard. In middle school, my worth was defined by math and piano competitions. In high school, I wanted so badly to be the perfect college applicant. And the thing is, these desires were internal. While it's true that my parents valued these things, my primary motivator was myself. It was the identity that I had internalized. And as I progressed into middle school and high school, and as I accumulated more and more self-perceived failures, well, you can imagine what happened. You were there for it too. I spent weeks at a time in my dark bedroom. I spiraled. I skipped school because it was something that caused me so much pain and confusion. I was convinced that I was worthless, and my resentment towards myself began to spread, but not onto the unfair and racist basis of this stereotypical identity that I had adopted, but rather on others who fit the stereotype better than I ever could. Well, David Zhang played piano just because colleges want extracurriculars. Madison Wong volunteered in soup kitchens just because the Ivy League looks for meaningful service experiences. Beyond anything, beyond my depression or identity crisis or crushed self-esteem, that's the part that I regret the most. Internalizing this toxic, stereotypical view of Asian American identity not only sent me into a depressive spiral, but it made me callous and critical of others. These values, this identity, was causing me to hate myself, to hate others. And that's what snapped me out of it. Now, a couple of years later, I'm still growing. I'm getting better. I'm building my own identity, becoming more aware of the world and my place in it. I still have dreams, ambition, and pride, but it's no longer linked to an unreasonable stereotype that would never have brought me satisfaction anyway. And if my experiences help you, Timothy, well then that's worth it. I hope you grow up creating your own identity, knowing that your worth is greater than society's perception of you. Who are you? Nobody knows except yourself.